There were just 15 seconds between Callum McGregor's shot at one end and Subot's goal at the other. It's the latest ever goal scored at the European Championships, and it ended in heartbreak for Scotland, who went out after defeat against Hungary. The gods aren't with us, said Steve Clarke. Is that a legitimate excuse as to why Scotland didn't go through?
No, the reason they didn't go through is because they weren't good enough. I mean, you look at the 3 games. I expected, again, more. I know in terms of the squad depth, it's not there like England's, but I still would have thought they would have had more attempts on goal. That wasn't good enough over the 3 games.
3 shots on target.
Not good. That's not good enough at all. I thought they'd pack more of a punch in terms of attempts on goal, having a real go at this tournament. And it almost feels like, and I've said it before, like it was hard for them to get here. They went a really difficult route, had to beat some big teams en route to this tournament. So I feel like they gave it absolutely everything in qualification. And once they got it, it was almost like, they took a breath, right, we're here now, we can relax. And no, it's got to be the other way around. You get to the tournament and then that's when it really starts. And for me, they didn't do that. Quality wasn't there. And again, it was still heartbreak last night because
it's a dramatic moment.
It weren't a great game, but I just felt like something was... I knew one of the teams was going to score and I knew it would be tight. I hoped it would have been Scotland, but unfortunately it wasn't.
Well, the chaos towards the end was almost sort of too much to bear, wasn't it? It was...
What, you talking about Jim White in the room with us?
He was saying, there's something in this. There's something. It was almost like he was talking himself into it, wasn't it? He was trying desperately to hold on to a little bit of optimism. But, you know, it got so stretched, it got so open. It felt like a slugfest towards the end. But they just didn't have that moment of composure that they required. The ball getting to the wide areas, Armstrong maybe not delivering the right cross at the right time. Christie got to the byline and it almost had a sort of 45-degree shot then, came back to him and he hit it straight at the goalkeeper. Just lift it into the box, give someone a chance to attack it. Hanley's effort, which was saved by the goalkeeper. As you were saying at the time, there was just no room in that corner. No. Why has he gone to that corner? But that's Grant Hanley playing as a auxiliary number 9, I suppose.
Do you know what? He gave it everything, Grant Hanley, yesterday. I was impressed with him. Like, I mean, he had the big gouge over his eye, and you're right, they're just that lack of composure, but even just having like shots on target with quality, because I get it, you can't always score the perfect goal, but to have 3 attempts on target over 3 games, you're never going to win anything with those type of statistics. And when you're not defensively solid, it was difficult for them. But again, listen, they have they done the nation proud? Yes, they got to the tournament, but once you're there, I think the Scotland fans and the players, like if I was a player in that dressing room, I would have expected a little bit more.
I spent a lot of time with the Scotland fans earlier in the tournament. We were in Munich together. I did the game against Germany, which was a major disappointment. It's a massive low. The Switzerland game, they got a better performance, and that sort of lifted people and gave them optimism. I think that they could go on and maybe achieve something that no other Scotland team had achieved, which is getting into the last 16. Yeah. And then last night, they were in that game right to the very end. If it goes the other way and they win it, they're heroes forever.
Yeah.
But it didn't. And it didn't mainly because, I think, of the penalty. Because that was, as far as I'm concerned, and everybody I've spoken to to referees, I've read the piece from Keith Hackett this morning, that was a penalty. Yes, there was massive controversy. Second half, Stuart Armstrong brought down in the box, no penalty awarded, no VAR review, and afterwards, well, Steve Clarke was quite rightly enraged.
Yeah, always disappointing to lose, especially disappointing tonight because we had the big ambitions to be the first team to come out the group stages. Wasn't to be. Open game, tough game. Was always going to be the first goal game. Obviously their goal becomes a little bit irrelevant because we risk so much to try to win the game because we feel that 2 points is not enough to get to the next stage. Historically it's not enough, so we had to try and win the game. You get caught at the back, you lose the game 1-0. But the biggest point in the game is, and it's a 1-goal game. You can tell after half an hour it's a 1-goal game. It's a penalty kick. Why is it not given? I need an answer. I need to know why that's not given. It's a penalty kick. I've got words for it, but I like my money, so.
That's Steve Clarke talking about the penalty decision right at the end of the game. Stuart Armstrong in front of the defender. Careless challenge by the Hungarian defender. He doesn't make a challenge for the ball. He brings the Scottish player down to the ground. Yeah. He collides with the back of his thigh.
Yeah. It's knee on thigh.
I think it's a penalty kick. And actually, Keith Hackett saying, the former referee's chief, it's a penalty kick and a red card.
So the red card part is...
denying a goal-scoring opportunity.
Yeah, it's...
without any attempt to play the ball.
There is that. It's clumsy. But as soon as I saw it after one replay, you could quite clearly see there's contact. He hasn't generated the contact either. It's clumsy. It's a knee through the back of his thigh, as you said. And for me, I can understand it. I can't believe that they didn't even go and check it. Like VAR didn't intervene and go, right, you need to go have a look at this. He just waved it away and they continued. Really poor decision. I can understand from Steve Clarke because, I get it, they weren't, in terms of attempts on goal, they weren't quite there. They didn't create that many opportunities, but that's a chance there. They've got themselves in behind. He's about to have an attempt on goal. Whether he scores or not, we don't know. But he wasn't afforded that. He was brought down before that.
Could you criticise Stuart Armstrong for cutting across the defender and almost sort of slowing up to try and win the penalty rather than taking the shot on goal? That's been some of the sort of commentary around it.
No, because again, if you're going through in that type of situation, you go across the defender so that he can't touch you. That's what we was taught as kids.
So he's doing exactly what he's supposed to do. He's moving in front of the defender.
Exactly.
And waiting and getting himself into a good position so that they can't get hold of it, and then he can get his shot away.
Exactly. If he goes across the defender, then the defender's supposed to put the brakes on, stop, and then that will allow you a little bit more time to go, right, where should I put the ball? But he wasn't even allowed that. He did everything right, went across him. But then when you see how blatant is the contact, you go, how can you not give that? How can you not see that? Everyone else who I've spoken to, as you said as well, they all thought it was a penalty, and the fact they didn't get it, I can understand why Steve Clarke is...
It's an outrageous decision.
Yeah.
It's an outrageous. The more you see it, and Steve Clarke was actually questioning the fact that Facundo Tulla, who is the referee last night, why was he refereeing anyway? I mean, it was something we had a discussion about yesterday when we were watching the game. Why was there the need to bring an Argentinian referee into a European Championships? I don't think I've ever seen that before. I think that's caused a little bit of controversy as well. Wonder what the Scotland fans think about that. 03717 2233 44 is the number to call. Adrian Durham does his ratings after the game. You seen these on the website? Yeah, he does
no, I've seen them. I've seen them. Not for this game, but I've seen them in previous years.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to give you... okay, right. What did John McGinn get?
4.
3 out of 10.
That's close.
Harsh or fair?
I mean, that's harsh. That's 3.
Could you imagine if you got a 3? What would you say?
I'd be 037. I'd be calling 03717 demanding that someone put to Adrian Durham. That's what I'd be doing. 3, that's harsh, that.
I think he probably deserves more than that, just for that run where he picked the ball up on the right-hand side and charged down the side of the pitch and dragged Scotland out from defence into attack and got to the byline, then tried to pull it back. Didn't have the quality of the delivery once he got there, because I think he'd...
Oh, no, that wasn't his fault. That pass when he went down the line, centre-forward, Shadams, get in the 6-yard box. If you get in the 6-yard box, you tap it in.
Yeah, but I mean, I think he sort of, he deserves a bit more just for that one run.
Yeah. But no, I think that's a bit harsh. I know. Have to look at the rest of the ratings.
Do you know what? We'll do that a little bit later on. Scotland still not won a game at a major tournament since Ali McCoy scored against Switzerland in 1996. Tartan Army, give us a call this morning, 03717 2233 44. Do you see it as a positive that you came to the tournament, enjoyed the tournament? Scotland fans certainly did enjoy the tournament. Or was it disappointing from a football point of view? Should you have given it more of a go in the game against Switzerland? And maybe even last night, were you just lacking a little bit of quality in the final third? Is that the reason that you're out of the tournament? Or are you raging about that penalty decision? Coming up, we'll turn our attention back to the Lineker-Kane situation, which is all over the papers this morning. This is talkSPORT.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.